Hi friends, today we are going to start the new topic, unit number second, that is classification. Now, as far as the university syllabus is concerned, we have to see types of classification, that is artificial, natural, and phylogenetic. Second subunit, that is Bentham and Hooker's system of classification. And third one, merits and demerits of Bentham and Hooker's system of classification. Now, as far as the classification system is concerned, our generally knowing the background of this classification methodology, in ancient works dealing with plant life in scientific manner is the Vrikshayurveda, that is the science of plants and plant life, compiled by Parashar even before the beginning of the Cretaceous era, and which formed based on botanical teaching and medical studies in ancient India. The ancient work deals with the morphological or the morphology and anatomy of the plant organs, nature and properties of soil, description and distribution of forest in the country. Theophrastus, the father of botany, classified plants on the basis of forms and texture. In his Historia Plantarum, he has classified and described about 450 cultivated plants. He had classified them as herbs, shrubs, undershrubs, and trees. Means whatever his classification was based on the height, that is simple character. Whether it is up to 3 feet height, then it is get included under the herbs. From 3 feet to 5 to 6 feet, it is either shrub or undershrubs, and beyond the 5 or 6 feet, it is the trees. So such basic classification was made by Theophrastus. Then there was Carl Linnaeus, the great Swedish botanist and said to be the father of modern botany. He followed the binomial system of nomenclature and described hundreds of plants from different parts of the world. So what is mean by binomial nomenclature? That we are going to deal in a detail in forthcoming topic. So the plant is having two names, genus and species, that is called as binomial nomenclature, and which is get followed by the Carl Linnaeus. He also provides many older genera and give great stability to the species. He published several important works, for example, in Genera Plantarum, Species Plantarum, Flora Laponica, etc. Now, as far as the classification is concerned, the classification is categorization of plant into groups on the basis of their relationship on the basis of their affinities among themselves. Depending upon similarities and differences, the plant groups are arranged according to their levels into categories in a sequential manner. Each category has name in accordance with rules of nomenclature. Whatever the rules of nomenclature that is made by ICBN, by following that rules, the nomenclature has done. Now, the similar individuals are grouped into species. Now, in these species, there is the individuals, and that individuals are with a similar characters. Means individuals are grouped into the species. Now, all similar species are grouped under the genus. Similar genus are grouped into family. Similar families are grouped under the order. Such similar orders are kept in the class. They are grouped into the class. Such classes are grouped into divisions, and that division is grouped under kingdom. So the number of ranks can be increased by adding prefix, that is subspecies, subgenus, subfamily, suborder, etc., etc. Now we have to see the types of classifications. In the system of classification suggested by different taxonomists for the classification of angiosperms, they are artificial, natural, and phylogenetic. Now, in artificial system only few characters of the plants are used for classification. For example, grouping of plants has been done only on the basis of their habits, such as herb, shrubs, and trees. Means the very first of all, artificial system of classification, it takes consideration of only a very few characters, and whatever the grouping, whatever the classification, whatever the categorization is as a herb, shrubs, trees, etc. Means on the basis of their habit only. The second classification, that is a natural system. In the natural system of classification, all important morphological characters of the plants are considered, and the classification of plants has been done based on these characters without considering their phylogenetic relationship. And the example of this classification, that is system of Bentham and Hooker's system of classification. Now, in the Bentham and Hooker's system of classification, they have taken the consideration of all important morphological characters. And the last one, third one, system of classification is phylogenetic system of classification. The phylogenetic system of classification is based on the evolutionary and genetic affinities of plants and families. Now, the important phylogenetic systems are those suggested by Hutchinson and Engler and Prandtl. So they have worked on the phylogenetic system of classification. Now we have to see especially the Bentham and Hooker's system of classification, which belongs to natural system of classification. So George Bentham and J.D. Hooker, the two botanists, were associated with Royal Botanical Gardens, Kew, which is placed at England. By their joint efforts, they have suggested a system of classification for about 97,205 seed-bearing plants, that is the Phanerogams, that is the angiosperms, which belongs to 7,569 genera and 200 families. So try to understand, they have worked out 200 families which consist nearly about 7,569 genres, and that genres possesses nearly about 97,205 species, the individuals. Now they published George Bentham and J.D. Hooker jointly they published their work in the form of 3 volumes and named it Genera Plantarum. So dear students, try to understand and memorize the name of volume which was published by Bentham and Hooker. It might be asked for the multiple choice question. So this classification means Bentham and J.D. Hooker's classification system is purely natural. Okay, this one is the purely natural one, and it is mainly based on the system suggested by D. Cantrell, who worked on the system of classification. So this is the important background about the system, that is pure, it is a purely natural one, and it is based on the D. Cantrell's work. Now the volume published by jointly Genera Plantarum. This Genera Plantarum includes names, descriptions, and the classifications of all the seed plants known at that time. But arranged according to Bentham and Hooker system, according to this system, all seed plants were classified into 3 classes. See the outline of this Bentham and Hooker system classes. They have organized all the plants into 3 classes. Then 3 subclasses, 11 series, 25 codes. Here instead of order they used the word codes, and 202 orders. Actually it is a families. A very short synopsis of this classification system is as follows. Just from this pictorial you will get the silent features of the Bentham and Hooker's system of classification, that it is a natural system of classification based on D. Cantrell's system of classification. Here fixity of species is the main idea behind this system. Seed plants are grouped into 3 classes, that are dicotyledons, gymnosperms, and monocotyledons. Here gymnosperms are placed in between dicotyledons and monocotyledons. So these are some silent features of Bentham and Hooker's system of classification. Moreover, monocotyledons are placed after the dicotyledons. in the classification, how the arrangement was done, that he has kept monocotyledons after the place of dicotyledons. Then ranels are placed means this order, which is supposed to be very primitive one. This ranel order are placed at the beginning and grasses at the end. Then dicotyledons are divided into three subclasses, that is polypetally, gamopetally, and monoclamidae. Monocotyledons are divided into 7 series. So these are the silent features of Bentham and Hooker's system of classification. So after observing the outline of classification, you will get the idea regarding the silent features of system. So here all the plants, seed bearing plants, that is the phanerogams, or it is also called as seed bearing plants, that has been classified into 3 classes, and that classes are dicotyledon, gymnosperm, and monocotyledon. Now these dicotyledons are further divided into subclasses, and these subclasses are also 3 in a number. They are polypetally, gamopetally, and apetally. It is also called as monoclamidae. Then these subclasses are divided into series, and in all total there are 21 series. So polypetally is having 3 series, gamopetally is also having 3 series, and apetally, monoclamidae, is having 8 series. Now these series are divided into codes. Actually it is called in Latin orders, but they have mentioned it as a codes. So this polypetally is having 15 codes, gamopetally having 10 codes, and in all total there are 25 codes, and these codes has been divided or grouped into natural orders, which is called as also family. So they are having in polypetally 84 natural orders, in gamopetally 44 natural orders, and in apetally 36 natural orders, while monoclamidae is directly divided into series, and there are 7 series, and that series are directly divided or grouped into natural order, and in all total there are 202 natural orders or families. So this is the outline of Bentham and Hooker's system of classification, and before that we have seen the silent features of Bentham and Hooker's system of classification.